Man, where V at? Call this nigga V. There he go. That's crazy. As soon as I say where V, as soon as I say where V at, he pop up. That's my dog. BA V, y'all can hear me? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Y'all can hear me? Yeah, it's cause me and Rock gotta share a mic. Uh, so I just gotta make sure that I lean into it when I start talking, so y'all can hear me. Yep. Y'all see what I'm doing right now, though, right? I'm doing my chart homework. So y'all can see how I do this. No, we about to buy that. Oh, I need to chill. I need, I need to chill. That shit up, Roy. BA, it's free game. This is the benefit for people tapping in and tuning in to these free lessons because I'm putting y'all on some serious game. Serious game. Hey, B, look. So you remember the other day we were talking about the previous closing zone not showing up on another supplier demand zone that I have drawn? In this particular case, it showed up on top. Ask me why. I'm going to tell you I don't know. That's crazy. Ain't it? Meta. So, for the viewers out there, what I'm doing is I'm marking the last hour activity of the previous day. Okay? So, this box that you see planted right here, that yellow box, I'm looking for 5 points of interest, and I'm gonna type them in the chat. 5 points of interest. One is the price. Hold on, let me do this a little bit better. Price low of day. Then 2, price high of day. Then we want to mark the third, which is the low point of the 20 SMA. And that could be the low or high. And then we have the low or high of 200 SMA. And then number 5 is the closing price of the stock. So those are the 5 points that I'm marking when I create this box. And you know what? Today's a great example of why this is important. So I'm going to finish my homework doing this. So right here, and the reason why I said the low or the high of the of the 20 or 200 because remember we're only looking in the last hour of the day. And right here, our highest point of the 20 was right around in this area. The 200 right around there, give or take a couple cents. Then you have our price low, you have our price high, and then the closing price is right here. So this box is going to incorporate all 5 of those things. Last hour of the day. Yep. And here's why this is important. So in the chat earlier, I was talking about the Apple 180 bounce. The Apple 180 bounce, and I already moved it, but damn. You can see this was Thursday, so that box would have been right in here. The top of it was right at 180. So we scroll over to today. We see where the price was struggling to break out from. And then right here off of this 180, this is where I was telling you guys, I'm going to blow this up. Right here at what is that? 12 o'clock. So lunchtime. This is where I was saying in the chat that Apple is valid for calls because it was holding this 180 level right off of the 20 SMA. And I know that the 180 level by the white lines right here, this is what was a demand zone that turned into resistance once the market dropped a few days ago. So once it broke out and held this 180, all calls are good to go. And you see what happened from there. Boom. And this doesn't look like much because I got it blown up. But ladies and gentlemen, come on now. This is a $12 move on Apple from 180. From 180, it went to 195. God damn. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And what's even wilder, bro, I sold them contracts that I made $1,400 on right here. I was up 60%. Day trade. You know what I'm saying? Following the rule. Yeah, I had the same conversation with Brian earlier. I was like, by my rules, I had to sell.
Yeah, we got to start listening to Trump's every word because, yeah, it's like he said, now is a great time to buy. And like I'm saying, we can't underestimate the power of his words right now. Like when he say something, the market is listening. And yeah, like I'm saying, the like I started by saying about the charts, the money is in the charts. Right now, the money is in Donald Trump mouth. And it's that's where, it's depending on what he's saying. The charts are they waiting on him to say something. CPI comes out tomorrow.
CPI data is gonna be big.
It's gonna be big. More than likely, it's probably gonna come in a little soft. They want, you know what I'm saying, right now they want this rally to keep going.
B and V, y'all in the chat, put what you think the market is going to do to finish the week, up or down.
And also, in the chat, let us know or let me know, you know what I'm saying, what y'all think about what I said, about how we have to start paying attention to the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch your notifications on your phone. If you don't follow Trump on Twitter, you should probably go get that. You know what I'm saying? Go follow him on Twitter. So,
I ain't even on Twitter.
man, you need to get on it. Cause that's where they conversate at. That's where these conversations go down. That's when the news pops. Soon as it come out on Twitter, like you get, you know what I'm saying, you get the word. You get the word before the news get the word.
Yeah.
Was y'all hearing everything? Was y'all hearing everything clear?
Market is Trump. Okay, V.
Okay, V. I see you.
Okay, so
20%.
here's what I had to say about this. So the market was giving clear clues that there was something a brewing today. And this might look like nothing to a lot of people, but my God, I
That's a
mean,
hell of consolidation right
you
there.
see what I'm saying?
It's waiting to explode.
This is a coiled spring
Yeah.
waiting to explode.
Yeah.
They knew what was going on. Market makers knew what was going on. That's why these puts on a lot of names at the beginning of the day, like Nvidia chart look damn near the same. I hate when it be doing that. Same thing. Mass consolidation up until lunchtime. But these puts, like, if you try to get in puts here or here or here, them hoes were not paying. The contracts weren't moving on these at all. And they also weren't moving on calls. Because this is where I was in the video calls in the morning. And I caught that bitch from like here and was up here. And the damn thing was only like 18%. You see what I'm saying? This is like a $2 or $3 move. $2 move right here. And them hoes were not moving. So that's why I was like, nah, I'm out. I don't like this. Lo and behold, you know. So there was shit brewing early on in the day.
Yeah.
And they know when to release it, and they release that shit real slick when motherfuckers go to lunch.
Yeah.
When nobody's paying attention.
Yeah.
That's the shit that we gotta pay attention to. The charts actually tell us what's gonna happen before it hits the news. So before it hit Twitter, before this news hit Twitter, the charts were already kind of telling us something was up. Because it wouldn't give up the downside and it just refused to break out until the news dropped and then take off. So, Twitter.
Pull up the metal chart.
This is Meta right here. See, they all look the fucking same, bro. It's crazy. That's when I was like, "Nah, there's something is not right." All these fucking charts are bull picture position one states.
All of them.
All of them. You called it B position one all day, and then the news dropped. Look at the volume explosion from early on in the day.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Boom.
Damn. What a day. What a day. So I tend to think that the market is going to, because the market was looking for a reason to explode. Any positive news, right? You know what I'm saying? We've been down for like a damn month straight. The market wants to go back up and wants to find a reason to go back up. And we got it today. We damn sure got it. And all it took was Trump to pause tariff news. But what happens when it gets unpaused?
90 days.
You know what I mean? Like, the market is going to operate how the market operates for the next 45 to 60 days.
That's why the CPI. That's why the CPI report tomorrow is so important. Because if that CPI come in hot tomorrow, the market's going right back down. Like we not out of the woods yet. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, up from here. If that CPI tomorrow, if it come out hot, yeah. What's CPI is a consumer price index.
Mm-hmm. Yep. CPI, a consumer price index, is basically saying what consumers are paying for things.
And if they paying for things, how much, what they buying, and how much are they buying what they buying. So if that come out tomorrow that people are not spending money, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, we got earnings coming up.
And we got earnings next week. And Jerome Powell speak.
Damn, I wish I had an earnings calendar. Wells Fargo. Okay. Well, we know this. The banks started
On Monday?
Friday.
Oh, Friday. Yeah,
Is that
Friday.
April? Yeah,
Yeah,
in
that's
2 days.
Friday.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
There we go, right there. So the banks are gonna start it.
So there's
J.P.
Monday.
Morgan, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, Fastenal's in there. Then you got Goldman Sachs, um, J&J, Bank of America,
Goldman Sachs on Monday. Bank of America on Tuesday.
PNC,
J&J
United
on Tuesday.
Airlines. Yeah, tech. Banks always start earnings and tech ends them. Just a tidbit. That's why, damn, Nvidia is always like one of the last ones to report. ASML, Abbott, Progressive. So yeah, next week. Damn, we at the end of Q1 already, dog. Oh my gosh, bro. This
Next week it's going down. It's a lot. It's a lot of earnings.
A lot of action next week.
A lot of action next week.
That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Blackstone, United Health, TSM is on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Schwab, Thursday. Snap on. Santos. So, yep. We start next week. Really, the end of this week. Starting Friday, April 19th. And then we get the big dogs after that. This might have to be our like makeshift little
Right, checkpoint.
yeah. Tesla. So Tesla's Tuesday, April 22nd.
Netflix, Verizon,
GE, right,
GE,
yep. Lockheed Martin,
Lockheed Martin.
Northrop, Northern Trust. Yeah. Here we go. IBM, AT&T, ServiceNow. Look, told y'all. Told y'all. Here we go. We getting into tech now. IBM, Texas Instruments. What else? Chipotle. There you go, V. Hess. Yep. All right. I ain't gonna keep doing this. It's hurt my eyes, but y'all get it. It's starting at the end of the week, going all the way through the end of April. Shit. Well, questions? Let this thing run for a little bit longer. Got my damn green tea already and shit. Ain't nobody here to say nothing to.
How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
All right. Y'all got any more questions? The faithful viewers. Brian and V, I think y'all made every live, man. I appreciate y'all. Brian, I know you got questions, bro. What's up? What do I think the market is gonna do tomorrow? I think the market is gonna pull back.
Think it's gonna pull back tomorrow?
Yep. I think it's gonna pull back. I think here's why. I'll show you guys why. I'll use Meta as the example. Somebody, anybody, tell me where the retest level is on Meta from the move we made today.
Yeah, right there.
What
500. What's that? 505.
go on YouTube and type it in. Yeah, I'll type it in the chat. At what level do you think Meta needs to retest from the move it made today? Five oh five. 505 down here. Okay. So Rock says 505. We'll mark it. 505. Right in this area. Boom. Bam. All right. What we got? V Brian, what y'all got?
540. Brian said 540.
540. Okay. Okay, let's mark 540. We're 540 at 540. 540 right here. Nope. V says 550. Okay. Think we got all votes in. Think we got all votes in. Now, why did y'all say those levels? Give me your reason why you type those levels. Put it in the chat. Cause while y'all do that, I'm gonna tell y'all where I think it's gonna retest. See where I kind of messed y'all up because I put y'all on the 2 minute chart. Didn't really give y'all a chance to zoom out. I really cheated y'all. I really cheated y'all. But based on the charts, I think if we are gonna come back down and retest, the first thing that we're gonna do is retest right where Brian and V said, between that 540 and that 550. Bottom of the trend. Rock says the bottom of the trend down here. And the only reason I mean, if we go to the hourly, let's go to the hourly chart. The 200 is at 543. So if we went down to 500, technically we broken structure. So I would say that's a little too low.
And that's what I'm like. That's why I said what I said earlier. Like, we can't take this move serious.
No, but
Like you
I
said,
I
it's gonna
do
pull
think
back
I do
tomorrow,
think it's gonna pull back.
but you don't think it's gonna close
I don't
below
I don't think that
543.
it's going to stay down here though. I think it's only coming back to test the 200 and then it's going to bounce again. Now, that's only cuz we got the relief from the news today. Why I think, and look, this beautiful like W pattern forming right here. This is actually a very bullish like double bottom. But we still have 6:30 to go test. Then we have to go to, was it 650, 660? So here's where I think that we could see some other rejections. If we're talking meta, now if we're talking SPY, we talking overall market. Look at that beautiful W pattern. That's beautiful. That's like hands down. This is technical. This is a double bottom, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what a double bottom looks like on a larger time frame. And it's even more bullish because the second bottom didn't go as low as the first bottom. This is a very bullish signal. See, we didn't even pick up on that in day trading. Because had I seen this, I definitely would have felt confident about calls today. To see it start the day like this and then hold that 20, break through the previous day closing zone, boom, take off. But here's our retest. Our retest on SPY is right here. Here's our retest right here. Yep, at 524, 525 area. This is what I think the market is going to do tomorrow. I think the market is going to pull down and then take off. Right into this supply zone to possibly reject like it did here. Right at the supply zone. But since we got good news for 90 days, I could see us having like a little mini bull run, but pulling back or getting a little stagnant before taking off on a real bull run. But hell, what do I know? Shit, we don't know shit about the market. What the market gonna do?
That's the truth. What you saying makes sense. I agree with that pattern coming down and then going back up. And the reason why I say it makes sense is because it's a bear trap. They're gonna try to lure everybody back in thinking that the market finna go back down and then buy out.
Even if we get a retest of like this area, this that 510, y'all mark this on your charts. 510 on SPY. Okay, this level all the way down to 500 is a huge zone, supply and demand zone. Huge supply and demand zone on SPY is 500 to 510. We can do this live. And make it bold so you can see it. Got you.
What's that spy?
Yep. The spy.
Hour.
This is the hourly. Yeah. My bad. I was trying to. Yeah, we could we could do this all day.
What you said, 510?
500 to 510. Damn, that's a big zone. That is a huge zone. That's what I'm talking about. The market has to. It's got all this to eat up tomorrow. All these names. We will see a pullback in the morning or overnight to correct this big move. If it doesn't happen overnight, you better believe it's gonna happen tomorrow. Cause the kids got to come back home. You see, they're already starting to come back home a little bit. 200's catching up to the price, which is actually bullish. Did I go through everything? I think I went through everything. Got all my zones marked. Yep. Amazon play. We can talk about the Amazon breakdown. My Amazon trade. It was based off of the same principle as the, actually, I'm lying. It was right here. It was a hold off of the 200. Position one. I think I entered on one of these two candles right in here. So I had to sit through a little bit. I actually tried to add right here, but didn't have enough funds. Um, damn, I would have. I wish I could have got an ad in. So I saw that happening. Got the breakout candle. I sold out like right here, somewhere in here. Damn, like 50, 60% right here. And it took fucking forever, bro. This hoe was pissing me off. I almost closed this trade right here. I almost closed the trade right here on this candle because I was like, I'm tired of sitting through this shit. You know what I mean? I'm just sick and tired. And it was like, I'd be like 2% right here. I'd get to 6%. Then it go back down to zero. Then it get back up to 8%. And then it went back to zero. And I'm a little bit red. It's Amazon. And then this bullshit happened, but I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I had marked my stop loss, and you can fact check me if I'm lying. I put my stop loss at lower day right here. And when this shit was happening, right in here, and all this, your words rang into my head. Why'd you sell it? It didn't hit your stop. Off of a trade that I did a long time ago. And it never hit my stop, bro. And I was like, no, I'm not fucking doing this, bro. I'm not like. And every time I jump out early or something, shit take off or something like I my target gets hit, something. My nigga, I was so happy. I was so happy. but then I got so sad by the time it got up here.
By that third grade leg up, I know
So
you was like, God
I'm gonna let I'm gonna let Rock tell you what price I purchased this Amazon contract at. Okay. I'm gonna let him tell you guys what price I got filled at. Right here. Say it into the mic. That number right there.
$249.
249. That's 2.49. $249. Right? Everybody got that? What strike price, Rock? What strike price was that?
Strike price 177.5.
177.5, which is this strike right here. Will y'all read that number and tell me what that number is right there next to that strike price?
14.40.
So let's do the math. Let's do the math on that contract. This is one contract. One contract. So we know this price is 14.40 minus what I paid for a Rock? 2.49. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how much I made or could have made on that contract today. 11. So broken down, that's $1,100. $1,200 on one contract. And I sold that contract. This is the killer. I sold that contract at what price, Rock?
At 450? Damn.
Say it again in the mic, bro.
450?
Bro, when I tell y'all I had to go to the park and like get out of the house, bro, I made $200 on a contract that I could have made $1,200 fucking dollars. There's no way I could have predicted that. But man, that one hurt. That one hurt. That one hurt bad. That one hurt, man. But we walked away green at the end of the day, which is all that matters. Target hit, goal hit. Happy on the day with the performance. Couldn't have predicted that, but time that just goes to show you the power of the market, man. Like how much money you can actually make in this damn market. It really does. But man, oh man. So same thing happened with them Apple contracts. Same thing happened. So I had got in some NVIDIA calls, 2 contracts in NVIDIA calls this morning, and sold them hoes for like a $16 profit. Cause of the chop shit this morning. Cause of the chop shit. They did the exact same thing.
I know it. Everybody,
Bro,
this is what I told my coworker. I said,
Oh my
I
God,
wish
bro.
I would have instinctively had just one call, because that be the, like you said, it's at lunchtime. That be the time where I'm in between, where I gotta put my phone down. I gotta walk from the break room back to the shop.
Mm-hmm.
That little 10 minute walk.
Yep. All this shit
I
happened.
looked at my phone and be like, holy shit.
There's no way it dropped so quick.
Holy shit.
And in the same candle, you know, this is the 5-minute candle right here. So this candle started hella red.
Yeah.
And then just fucking exploded.
Loaded.
So it wasn't even the whole 5 minutes. Crazy, man. Crazy. Hell of a day today, though. Man. There were some people that got hella rich today. There were some people that made a lot of money. V, you did the same thing? Oh, you had 2 contracts at Tesla? Oh, my God. What time did you sell those contracts, V? Oh, my God. This got a lot of people today. It had to got a lot of people. Nobody knew these contracts. Their contracts was going to go 200, 300% today. Damn. Same fucking thing, though. Man, oh man. Dang, like 10 seconds behind. It's only supposed to be 2. Man, this lag is crazy. This lag is insane, bro. V still waiting on my question. Oh man. What strike price, V? Oh God. You see that? 40. That's 4,000, dog. That's 4,000. That's 4,000. That mean V. Well, yeah. What strike did you have, my guy? Oh, that means he had to have like the 255s or the 250 57.5s. Oh, and he sold at 8.4. Oh my God. Ooh, God damn, that's tough. That's tough, dog. He sold at 8.4, and them hoes went to 40. 800 to 4,000, nigga. Golly. Ah. Oh. 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 V, I feel you, bro. I feel you. From 35 miles away, I feel you. Today was just one of them days, man. You really could have made a whole lot of money today. $232s. No way you had the 232s. The 232 calls. Oh my God. That's 8,000. That's 8,000, dog. That's 8K. Bro, hey, tune in, bro. We about to be fucking rich. We about to be god dog rich, bro. We gonna catch one of these days, fellas.
A whole lot. lot of these
We
days.
gonna catch one of these days soon. We gonna catch one of these days. Mm. Damn. Mm. We might have to end the damn live on that one. He said I missed out on 13K today. V. Ooh. Hey V. You know what's wild though, fellas? You know we talk about manifestation and all that. I blocked myself from my own blessing today. And here's what I mean by that. While I was sitting in the Nvidia trades, the two contracts that I had, and it was doing that chop, I felt really good about my position. I was like, you know what? Today's a $1,000 day. Before this is like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning before anything popped off. Today's a $1,000 day. No, I didn't even hit it. I didn't reward myself because remember my Amazon trade was only a $200 win. It turned out to be a $1,200 win. I didn't stick around for the own thing that I manifested into the world. Crazy. We gotta start trusting ourselves on these in these plays. We got to start trusting ourselves, bro, because we're getting to the point to where we understand it, man.
So now that you said that, what you say, V? Hold on. Yeah. So check. I was even saying it on Sunday about Meta, getting into some Meta calls. In my mind, I was thinking to myself, you know what I'm saying? I need to, I had just, you know what I'm saying? I think I hit, no, I made that money on that play on Monday. So when I made that money on that play Monday, you know what I'm saying? That brought me like, what was it? 605 in profit. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? At that point, I had enough money to, you know what I'm saying, buy me a call in Meta. And that's what you know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. That's what I'm getting the money for. And what I do, I buy a put in some, and
Forgot your original plan.
forgot my original plan. And
When was this?
today. I mean, like that's what because we when we talked on Sunday,
Yeah.
that's one of the plays I was, you know what I'm saying, that we were all pointing out. You know what I'm saying? Meta was one of them ones in that, you know what I'm saying, in that narrow state. You know what I'm talking about?
That's the one that I've been in
Yeah.
on the paper account. Off of the theory that we was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. And I said to myself, if I make money, so yeah, it was Friday. Friday when I when that stock went crazy for me on Friday. Monday coming in, you know what I'm talking about? I'm supposed to be buying that that Meta contract.
Damn.
And I'm saying to my I'm saying to myself, you know what I'm
It was a
saying?
swing play.
It would have been.
That's what you were looking for, like something like a couple weeks out.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
And instead I'm like, let me make a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, so I can get a little bit further out. That shit bust my head today.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people that feel the way that we feel. If you didn't catch all of it, I mean, still caught a piece, but I mean, today was one of them days, man. Like you're at 100% so quick that you got so much time to ride it out. Like
The president threw everybody a bone.
yeah,
The president threw everybody a bone. if you were paying attention, he threw everybody a bone, even the little man.
V, what did you learn today? What did you learn today? It's a great question. And Rock, what did you learn today?
I learned exactly like you said. Start trusting, start believing more in myself. You know what I'm saying? Have more confidence. I'm calling the plays out. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just me acting on what I'm calling out. And I'm definitely gonna start doing that. Cause I promise you, this is the on top of everything. My coworker is trying to get in the market. He been asking me all this time, you know what I'm saying, like what stocks he should get into, what stocks he should get into. So I've been telling him the last couple of days, last week or so, get you some Nvidia, get you some Palantir. Get you some Nvidia and get you some SoundHound. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just getting started. I'm telling him SoundHound is kind of low. You know what I'm saying? You can get started with that. You know what I'm saying? Why they getting started? Hmm? Yeah, SoFi. I told him about. He already got some. He got some SoFi. So he bought Nvidia. You know what I'm saying, at 94. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, he ain't getting no SoundHound yet. But soon as, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'm telling him all of this. I'm going home today and I pull up one of the, gurus on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, and I'm listening to his video, and lo and behold, what videos is he telling, what stocks is he telling people to buy? SoundHound and Nvidia. You know what I'm saying? If SoundHound and Nvidia, if you want you some, some AI, and plus, I ain't taking no credit for, Nvidia, cause that's a given. But SoundHound, you know what I'm saying, ain't too many people talking about that, and at that combination. So yeah.
Hey, shout out to the queen. Y'all say what's up, queen, in the chat. Say what's up to the queen. She gonna hate this. I mean, it's the same thing. We piggybacking off of what all of our mentors are doing. All of
True.
what they're saying.
True.
And we know how to verify what's factual and what's not in the market at this point. So I agree with both of y'all. Okay. Thank you. We love that. You know what's popping. I agree with what y'all were saying though. What I learned today was we have got to just get comfortable with trusting ourselves, what we're seeing in the market, because we're navigating through what the veterans and the pros are talking about is the hardest times they've seen in 40 years, and we're still able to see the charts clearly, see what we're, like our entries clearly, be on the right side of the trend like more times than not. So I mean, V, you said it, trust the charts and yourself. That's literally a lot of it. It's like this: how many times have you gotten out of a trade and that bitch ran another 40, 50, 60, 100%, and you got out because you were excited about the percentage you were up, or the P&L, the number.
Rightfully so.
That's
Rightfully so.
that to me, that is, it's a good thing when you're practicing a system. Like our system is to take profits at 30, 40. If you get a banger, 60, 80% on a day trade. Right now we're talking about day trading.
Yeah.
And if we're taking profits consistently at 30% and plus, we're never going broke on that system.
No.
especially if we're managing losses to less than 30,
Right.
20, 25%.
25%.
Bro, with a winning system at 30%, just taking those wins, you can really make a lot of money in this market
Oh yeah.
and let that compound. And that's what we're trying to do. So it's not bad that we're taking profits early. It's just on days like today when you can catch a move that goes 100 and 200%, like to be able to sit through that and manage the stops on the way up, so as it's going up to this level and then breaking this level, where's my stop loss? My stop loss should be like here. Would y'all agree with that? Somewhere around in here on the breakout, right? So it's breaking out here. You're up. You're on a candle like this and this price and this type of action. You're literally up 60 to 80%.
Yeah.
If you got in down here,
just on the volume alone.
yeah. So you're managing a position that you're already up 80%, which is well beyond your profit take.
Most traders are getting
They out,
They
bro.
out.
That's what I'm saying.
They
So
out.
the only way you can catch this is if you have multiple contracts.
Yep.
You have to have multiple contracts because now, even if you have 3 lives, you got 3 contracts. You're trimming one around here around 40-50% if it explodes that quickly, because it did. I was in this trade on Amazon, and when it went up, it went from 0 to 50% in seconds.
Damn.
It was not a game when this hoe took off. It was immediate and it was fast. There's no way anybody trying to get filled when this happened down here could get filled. It's impossible.
No.
They missed the boat.
No.
The only way they could is if it pull on this pullback right here. So this is why I'm like, okay, valid stop loss.
Yep. And that's what that did. Came out and stomped a whole bunch of people out and took the fuck back off.
Because when this was it was happening so quick.
And just think, you got in. Just think if you got in right
Boom.
there.
In here.
No, in that first green candle. If you got in
Oh
down
man,
there,
yeah.
and you put your stop right there at the, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, and didn't touch it.
Well, no, I'm saying that it did touch it.
Oh, they
Like how many
stop
people
you
that
out.
Came, yeah, how many
Yep.
people that came down and stomped out right there?
Imagine this, because these are 5-minute candles. Imagine you're in this trade, and you are seeing profit here, or maybe you're entering. Maybe you're entering the trade because this is the only place you could get filled.
Right.
So you enter right here, and then the very next candle, you're down 100%.
Right. Woo! Woo! You said.
Because this is for sure 100%.
Yeah.
This is for sure 100% drop with this type of volatility.
That bitch go up. You thinking,
Oh.
yeah, then that bitch drop. Boom.
Man, you be sick, bro, but it would be so hard to sit through that.
You ain't lying.
So there's a lot of people that got ate up in this. They got ate up in this.
Yeah.
And then were too scared to enter when it was doing this.
Yeah.
And missed it that way.
That's true.
So it's the only real way is I mean, you can try to manage that. That's tough, bro. It's easier to say it now, but when this shit's happening live, that's tough to manage a trade with ranges like this. You almost have to wait till it settles and then enter like here. If you're patient with it.
Yeah, if you patient enough.
But multiple contracts, I think that's the key to this whole thing, because then you can trim, take some off, lighten risk.
Yeah.
You got 1 or 2 left right here. You can kind of sit through this because you already made good gains on that. You want to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
For me, I really wouldn't have been tripping because it's still holding the 20.
Mm-hmm.
But that's our system.
Which one is the white?
The orange.
The orange.
Yep. See, it held it right here.
Yeah.
Yep. Still held that and took off and when it did more. Almost every chart looked like this.
Yeah. They all identical.
Amazon's didn't have that much whipsaw in it. This one was much cleaner. It was a clear breakout. And then right here, see, I was already out when it was doing this. The queen say we need a TikTok. All right, man. Well, we gonna call it. We gonna call it for the night. You got something else to say, Rock? You wanna drop something for the people? You wanna say something? Tell them about the Chart Kings, Rock.
Oh, indeed. Tap into the Chart Kings on the Discord. Follow us on that Discord. We need to drop a link.
That boy V gonna be like our special guest. With like the joke of the week. V be our stock market joke of the week guy, and then drop a his chart of the week. Ooh, I kind of like that. Boom. Tap the link. Hit the link in the chat. Discord. Chart Kings Discord. This is where we got all our plays. We're talking news. I got training videos in there. We recommend books to read on the market. Not just about the market, but about the mental, the psychology behind this whole thing, and making money and business and all of that. So everything stock market related, business related, good vibe related, you'll find in Chart Kings.
Investing related.
There you go.
Cause we talk about it all. We're gonna talk about a little crypto. We're gonna talk about a little gold. Oh yeah, we all about that.
All right, y'all. Good night. Be safe. Study charts. Listen to the Money Channel, CNBC. Listen to Yahoo Finance. Man, just tap in, man. We got all the resources for everybody. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We are gonna cook up this podcast, I think, and get that rolling. I think that's gonna be cool too. So get some live views and stuff like that going on. Stay tuned, man.
What's up?
Train the trainer. The boy Rock. Chart Kings. We out.